So now I am going to create a Azure App Service. I am going to deploy a .NET 8 API. So just simple, like we will create a simple .NET Web API, then host it on Azure App Service. So it become publicly accessible on the internet, just like the IaaS hosted app, but without managing the server. So here I created a simple Azure App Service POC. It's a .NET application, .NET 8 application. I created one controller, a health controller, which returns just a status, healthy, and current date and time. Once we run this application, it should return something similar like this. What is Azure App Service? So Azure App Service is a fully managed cloud hosting service for web apps and API. So why we need this? Why it exists? So previously we may have this on-premise. If we are using this, we need to buy server, IaaS, we need to configure, and we need to scale it manually. But when we use Azure App Service, so we no need to buy any setup, the servers, no IaaS installation, no OS patching, building monitor services, built-in security. So developers write code and Azure runs it. So what can you host on app service? So app services used for, so when we are using web APIs, example like .NET Core APIs, and when we are using web apps like MVC and Razor and Angular, React, microservices, like for those kind of things we can use these kind of services. And real-time scenarios like, so real-time scenarios like backend API for web apps and mobile applications. When we are using Angular or front-end, we need to consume one API. At the time we can use this, and some small medium size scale level microservices. So to host separate services, separate scaling, separate deployment. So instead of on-premise hosting, we can use this kind of things. For non-Kubernetes microservices, we can use this app service. And internal enterprise applications like used heavily in companies like HR systems, reporting tools, admin dashboard, something kind of internal purposes we can use this. And so replacing this legacy IaaS application to cloud migrations, so we can easily migrate from legacy on-premise to this cloud migration easily. So most startups are using this for fast deployment, cheap when we are starting it initially. And app services like so we can compare this app service with other Azure services. So for the simple API and web apps, we can use this app service. And for background jobs that we used, we can use Azure functions, something like AWS Lambda. And for heavy microservices, we can use AKS Kubernetes. For full control over the VM, we can use Azure VM. And for the event-driven architectures, we can use Azure functions. So app service is the default and safest choice. So how developer teams use this app service in real time? So developer pushes the code, CI/CD pipeline builds it and deploys it to the app service. So app will auto restarts, and we can easily do the monitors via app insights. And we have a lot of built-in features here. So HTTPS, SSL, auto restart, health checks, scaling, deployment slots, logging, monitoring. So those things we can enjoy. Yeah, in Azure portal I created an account and I chose the app service, and that I'm going to create a web app on the Azure App Service. So I've given a name here, resource group name, and as well as the instance details name, same one. And I given publish as a code, and runtime stack .NET 8, and operating system Windows. Region I selected South India, and then pricing plan. Windows plan you can choose any free one. I choose the free F1, this one, and I'm going to create review and create. We can see the review here, whatever we created, and then click create. In the next steps, you can see deployment is in progress. See, now it's came green, your deployment is complete. Then click to go to resource, So here we can see our deployment status, URLs, domain, those things, but code was not yet uploaded. Next we need to publish our code. So in this left side you can see deployment center. Open this, and before that we need to publish our application, our .NET application. We can use this command .NET publish -c release o publish. Now go to the publish folder, focus folder in Explorer. Inside this publish folder we need to select the all files, and we need to compress it to zip file. Next, back to our Azure portal. So here in our deployment center we need to select our source. We need to push our application manually. So I am selecting publish files new. And then we need to select our file, browse. Once you uploaded the files, click save. Saving code changes and it will start the deployment. Now here we can see our deployment is completed. Then click this overview and you will see the dashboard here, and click browse. You will get endpoint like this. So our endpoint is health endpoint /health. Once you click that, you will get your endpoint here. Deployment success.